Hello, guys. My name is Kishore Ganesh, and this is the very first episode of the Vocal About Arsenal podcast. Now, before I jump into today's topic, I wanted to welcome all of you out there, and I'm very happy that you have lent me your eyes and ears for the duration of this video. I am truly humbled and grateful for that. And I hope that we get to have a long standing connection for all the videos that are going to come via this medium to you guys. Now, with that brief intro out of the way, let's get into today's topic, wherein I wanted to talk about our transfer window. Now, are we done with the transfer window? Short answer, absolutely not. I would rate our transfer window 7.5 out of 10. We have addressed our long standing issue with the striker in the form of Victor Gyökeres, who is literally a tank of a man. And I really hope that we use that tank to breach those awful defense that people put in the way of us winning matches. 8 people, 9 people, 10 people behind the ball. I just hope that Victor just runs through that wall and scores us those goals. And I have a very strong feeling that he is going to do that. We have gotten Christian Norgard, and we need a veteran over there to make the experience a bit more smooth for the entirety of the team. Then we have Christian Mosquera, who is the Saliba, or is he the Gabriel Stanton? Either ways, a very impressive player. We have Kepa, who's the backup for David Raya, who has played about 1 million games over the past 2 seasons, I suppose. And we have also paid only 5 million or something to Chelsea. And whenever we pay the least amount of money to Chelsea as possible, that is when I believe a flower blooms in my heart. Now, of course, that flower was immediately killed because we paid about 50 million for Madueke, but the jury is still out on him, and I will come to my thoughts on Madueke in a bit. But I would still say that the transfer window is a bit incomplete because we have still not covered that gaping hole on the left hand side. Now, I am not saying that we don't have wingers. We have wingers in the form of Martinelli, whatever Trossard is, because I believe like he's not a true winger. I don't know, maybe he's an inside forward, whatever. And but now we have Madueke. But between the three of them, are they going to guarantee us the same level and number and the intensity of output as we get from our right hand side? Why I'm saying this is because Saka is consistent. He is on his way to become one of the best in the world on the right, but he's still not there yet. However, our left hand side is even at a lower level than Saka. We are just not able to deliver the threat from the left, which is going to at least reduce pressure on Saka. We need a distraction for Saka to do his job, and our left is not really capable of offering that distraction or offering that threat, wherein you are going to create a problem for the opposition defenders. And if you contain Saka, you pretty much contain Arsenal, and they don't want yet another season of the same. I'm not sure what instructions are given to Martinelli. Is he just this guy who's supposed to stretch the field and then do some really clever back passes so that, maybe our striker, now in this case Gyökeres, comes in and does the job? Maybe he will, maybe that will improve his assist numbers, whatever. But that is still to be seen. What has not happened over the past 3 years is that Martinelli has not been able to be our, I would say, Sadio Mane to Saka. And that, I believe, is one of the biggest problems that is plaguing Arsenal for a while, and we still haven't solved that. So, when we were rumored to go for Rodrigo, I was actually more excited by that because, as much as we needed a striker, and I know for a fact that just the public pressure would have forced Arsenal's hand, I was even more impressed that Rodrigo was the first rumor. Of course, Shesko and Gyökeres were always in the background, but when the rumors came about that we were going for Rodrigo, I was truly chuffed. But that rumor has kind of subsided right now, and apparently City are going for Rodrigo. But that's not really my biggest concern because if it is not a Rodrigo, I want a Luis Diaz. I want a Sadio Mane. I want somebody who is capable of being a relative unknown come into the Arsenal team and turn it up for us. We don't need to continuously wait for the absolute perfect person for every position. We get defenders like that for sure. Christian Mosquera might have been, or rather is, a very good player. But Arsenal identified that. There was no fanfare around Christian Mosquera before Arsenal bought him. There was a rumor that we are going to buy him, and pretty soon we bought him. Why can't we do that same thing as far as our forwards are concerned? I assume that Madueke has been bought for that reason, but again, I am not really convinced. If Arteta trusts Madueke and if Madueke can deliver on Arteta's faith, I would be extremely happy. I have not seen enough from Madueke to be convinced on that. So, yeah, that's why I would rate this season a solid 7.5 with a massive 2.5 still pending for us to get any kind of trophies this year. It might seem a bit harsh, but if we close this window right now, I am still quite confident that we will not be able to get any significant silverware. It will be an exciting campaign, don't get me wrong. However, I'm a pragmatist, and if we don't manage to close that gaping hole on the left hand side, I don't believe that we will be getting any significant trophies or even the FA Cup. And it will be yet another season from Arteta where there is a lot of potential, but we are not really living up to that because there is a gap. Now, if Madueke is the answer, so be it. If you believe that Eze is basically a player that can come into the team and I don't know, become that left winger. I'm not really convinced by that because he seems more of a creative player, like a creative 8 or a 10. But hey, if he can fill in that void, why not? I understand that there might be some inhibitions to that deal because I believe that he is 27 and yeah, me included, there is a certain sense of fear that we don't want a repeat of the Aubameyang situation, wherein a player comes and they do really well for 2 seasons, but again, when push comes to shove, we have to replace them within a year or two. So I know that, but then again, hey, you guys are paid the big bucks for that. Solve the problem. Is it a Madueke? Is it a Eze? Or is it somebody who is completely unknown? Whatever it is, please do solve that problem. Please do make this transfer window something that is stuck at 7.5 into a 10, because you and us, the fans, are investing an enormous amount of time, attention, effort into following this team. And I believe that this team needs that extra support. If it takes a million, if it takes 100 more million, get it done, because we are due for our names to appear on the Premier League. We are due for our names to appear on that Champions League trophy. We don't want to be the also rans. Arteta has been here for 6 years. This is the seventh year, I believe, and I truly want this to be a memorable year. We have waited long enough. Let's get some big trophies coming in. And I truly believe that all depends on, well, two factors. One, keeping this remarkable group of players fit, making use of their prime years for the benefit of this team, and also in terms of being active in the market and getting that left winger. So take this as an appeal, the board of Arsenal, Mr. Berta. If you want to do your sales, please do it, but definitely, definitely, definitely get that left winger. And wishing you guys, the Gunners, my beloved Arsenal FC, a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful season ahead. This is the first episode of the Vocal About Arsenal podcast. I am going to be I'm going to be recording and sharing my thoughts on Arsenal throughout this season and hopefully for a lot more seasons to come. Hey, this is my first time in front of the camera, so if there are mistakes in either the recording, the edits, or the language, go with it. I am sure I'll get better with the further episodes. So, thank you again for your time, thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Once again, it's your boy Kishore Ganesh signing out.